In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to build a full stack mobile application without writing a line of code. We're going to be using all free tools, and you're not going to write any line of code. But at the end, we're going to have a full stack mobile application which you can export and deploy on the App Store. This is going to be an Android app, but in later videos, I'm going to show you how to build an iOS app. Let's get straight into it. We're going to be making use of the Google Android Studio, and you can get that simply by going to developer.android.com/studio, as you see here. And it's an IDE which you can download to your computer. So just simply click on download Android Studio Author 2 features. This is the latest version. And then you can just go ahead and install this on your computer. Now, the next one is we're going to be using Cursor. Now, just so you know, Android Studio is totally free. We're going to be using Cursor, and it's also a free tool. I'm using a Mac OS. If you're using a Windows or Linux, there's a version for that. Simply click on download for Mac OS or for whatever system you're using, and then you go ahead and install that. Once installed, you're going to come to Android Studio. I already have it installed here. I'll click. When you open Android Studio for the first time, you're going to see a screen that says Welcome to Android Studio, and then simply click on New Project. Then you see a screen like this. Simply click on Empty Activity. When you click on that, we'll go to Next. Then you want to name your application. In our case, we're going to be building a weather app. I'll just highlight that and see weather app. I'll write this properly, weather app. Now, the location, you're going to have to choose this. This is the default location, I think. Just want to click on this browse feature. And I want to come to Documents, Android Studio. I'll click on Open. I'll click on Allow. I want to create a new folder inside here. I'll come to this, and I want to see weather. I'll create that, and then I'll open. Now it's under my documents, Android Studio Weather. For this minimum SDK, I'll just leave this as default. I'll leave this too as default. Don't mess with all of this. It can get really, really messy. And I'll click on Finish. I will now open this. Android Studio is doing this thing. So this is just a default app. We can't really use this. So this is just a default app. And, we can go ahead and try to do some stuff with this. We can click on Assemble, all of that. But we really can't use this. It's still importing Weather Gradle project here. It will take a little bit of time. Now that we have everything imported, I see there are some errors here. Well, I don't think those are very fatal errors. I'll leave them for now. I'll just collapse that. We can go ahead and click to run the emulator. I'll click on Run App. It will take a little bit of time, but you're going to see it here. So this is the Android emulator, and it's trying to show us what we have, but it's failing. So I guess there's a little bit of an issue. I'll just try to debug right now. Oh, okay, so we have that now. And it's loading. This is the emulator. And if I come here, you can see I have here Android. If I change the name, it's going to show us Hello Android here. But if I change the name, it's going to show us Hello whatever I type here. So I've seen the issue. Here it is. You can see there is a stroke here. It's not supposed to be there. Be very careful, all of this. And then I remove that. I'm going to run this again. You can now see we have this here. And I believe that came because I was trying to pause the video. So I'm glad I made that error so you can see and not make it. So you see Hello Android here. That's because here the name is Android. If I say Donodio, and I click run or reload, you're going to see it's going to say Hello Donodio. So that's that there. So this is what we have. We are now running our app on the emulator. The next thing we want to do is that we want to use Cursor to write the code. Here in Cursor, if this is your first time, you're going to see something like Open Project. and then you click on it and choose your folder. I've been using Cursor, so I'm simply going to click on Open Folder. I'm going to click on Open Folder, and I want to go to the folder which I created. It's in Android Studio, and here it is. I'm going to click and open. So it's going to open here, and here it is. Now, I'm going to have to start typing what exactly it is I want here. These are the different files that Android Studio created. I want to click on this build gradle.kts. So this is just a top level kind of thing. Now this is the cursor prompt box where we put in all our prompts, where you're going to type in what you want. I'm simply going to paste in my prompt here, and I've said, oh, I've done that and already run it. I said create an Android weather tracker app that can track weather in cities. Let me just stop this first. I'll stop this first. I'll say create an Android weather tracker app that can track weather in cities selected by the user. The app has two tabs. The weather tab, where a list of tracked cities are shown. The add city tab that can ask user for a city to track, and popular cities when the app is first run: New York, London, Tokyo, Bangkok, Shanghai, and Doha. So I'll click on run. It's going to start running from scratch. Now when it runs, it's going to give us a result, and we're going to go check the results in Android Studio. Now Cursor is telling me to run this command. I'm just going to click on run. It's gone through all of this process, all these iterations. Now, before I click on run, it's important you understand something. One of the reasons why it goes through all of this is telling you open meet your API and all of that is because I have a weather API. If it doesn't provide an API for you, you can simply go to openweather.com. This is it, weatherapi.com rather, and you can use the free plan and get a free API. In my case, I already had this, I already fed it to cursor.com. So if it didn't give me a weather API, let's say when the app is built, if it tells me failed to load weather, I will just simply give it that API. But for now, I'm just going to click on run. And when it runs, I'm going to show you the result. Cursor's gone ahead and done its thing. It gives me some warning messages, but I think we are all good to go. So this is what is done. I'll now go back to Android Studio. And you see this hammer here, which says assemble all that configuration and all of that. I'm going to click on that. It's going to do some running. It's now synchronizing every app, every code which the cursor has done. Now that that is done, I see a message here prompting me to sync. Just click on sync. Another way to do it is just to come here, sync project with Gradle files. It will take a little bit of time to sync. I'll now click to run this app. I'll click. It's going to take some time to load, and it's going to show us our app. Now you can see our app is looking really, really beautiful. You can remove this, and you can go to add city. Let's just say I want to add Copenhagen. Hope I'm spelling it well. Copenhagen. Add city. And if I come here, you can see Copenhagen. Oh, city not found. The name is not correct. Let's just say it's something like Honolulu. Let's click on add city. And then when we come here, you see Honolulu is partly cloudy. Now I want this app to be a little bit more sophisticated than this. So I'm going to add another prompt on Google Android Studio, on Cursor rather. I've pasted in this prompt. Let's just read. I told Cursor, please upgrade my weather tracker app to a professional data-rich version. I want it to move beyond just listing city names and showing live weather metrics. Please perform the following. Update the data model, create a weather data class that includes city name, temperature, Celsius description, e.g. cloudy, humidity, wind speed, and a last updated timestamp. Update the city to list to use this object instead of a simple string. Implement weather fetching. Integrate a weather API like Open Weather Map to fetch. I think I already gave it. I have I generated this with AI, so just understand which one was I using. Weather API. I will see weather API. I'll copy this weatherapi.com. I'll come back to Cursor. Where's my cursor? Okay, I'll come back to cursor. I'll say like weather API, weather API.com. And I'll say to fetch real-time data for each city. Add a refresh button that updates the specific city's data when triggered. Redesign the weather card header, show the city name and all of that. I'll put that in the description. I'll tell it this is my API key for weather API.com. And then I'll see Command V, I'll paste that in, and then I'm going to run that. Now that it's been updated, I'll simply come back to Android Studio, and here you see Gradle sync project with Gradle files. Simply click on that so that it's getting the latest version of this app. I'll simply now reload this app now that it's done. Now you can see after reload, the app looks a little bit more different, actually a lot more different. And this is really beautiful. You can reload this, but it's not going to change because it's giving you the latest data here. And but one thing I notice is that all of these cards, they look kind of the same. I want for there to be a difference. Let's see, each of these cards should be distinctively different. So I'm simply going to cursor, go back to cursor. I've added in my prompt. I say add colors to the weather card to make it more beautiful. Soft gradient blue when rainy, soft gradient yellow for sunny, soft gradient green for windy. I'll click on run. Now that cursor is done, I'll simply come back to Android Studio, and I want to make sure I sync the project. Please just note you have to do this all the time and it's successful. And then I'll reload this and it should show me different colors. Now you see different colors. I'll just scroll. The colors are not exactly what I want. And one of the reasons why you see they are all the same is because all these cities have this practically the same weather right now. So I don't know. I'll look for a city. You could look for a city where it's raining right now and then just add it here. I'll do that right now. Unfortunately, I didn't find any city where it's raining right now. I added New York and it's not raining there. I thought Cape Town would be raining, but it's not raining. But you get the point. This is how you use Cursor and Android Studio to build a mobile app for free. If you have any question, please post them in the comment below. So there you have it. This is how you build a free mobile app using Android Studio and Cursor. In previous videos, or in later videos rather, I'm going to show you how to deploy this to the App Store. But if you got any value, please make sure to subscribe to this channel. I want to reach 100,000 subscribers this year. Like this video, post your comment, and also turn on the notification bell so that whenever I post a video, you'll be the first to be notified. God bless you. Peace.